Everyone likes a good birthday party, but your 21st birthday is meant to be extra special. You can legally drink, smoke and vote by the time you hit 18, but for generations, turning 21 has been the time for a big coming-of-age party. They even used to make the headlines.
Well, this was the 21st birthday party of Joyce Weber in 1935, and they called them coming-of-age parties because it's when you became an adult officially, and you had a really big party with all your family and friends. And so it was quite normal for families to write into the local newspapers with an account of the party, and it got published in the local social pages. So this is a chocolate box that she was given as a gift, and she treasured it for many years. It's very beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
And it has the actual tweezers inside that you'd pick your chocolates out with. And then she got this beautiful key made by her brother, and he made it in Art Deco style, and then it was handed around at the birthday party, and all the guests signed their names. The program for the night was well thought out ahead, and all the dancers were listed, and then they followed that program, and you've got things like the foxtrot and waltzes.
Goodness me, quick-step gollywogs. It looks like they celebrated with a lot of style in the 1930s. Did that change over time?
Well, it did for this other collection we have here, which was less than 10 years later during the Second World War. This was the 21st birthday party of Joan Larson from Wellington. And she had her birthday in March 1942, when there were quite a lot of shortages in place. And as you can see from here, there's lots of paper items, very small paper items, because there was a paper shortage. So normally you would expect to get lots of lovely birthday cards, but they were considered quite frivolous. So people actually sent messages on these little pieces of paper scraps. Now, she had her birthday party in March 1942, and by May 1942, things like cake frills were actually outlawed by the government because they were considered frivolous and unnecessary, and they weren't part of the war effort.
What kinds of gifts did Joan receive?
Well, she got this lovely little 21st birthday key. It's much smaller than the one we saw earlier, and it's a manufactured one. So the key was a really critical gift to give. Somebody had to give a key.
Why was it particularly important to Joan?
Well, she had suffered from quite a lot of ill health as a child. She had very bad asthma, and her family wasn't quite sure that she would make it into adulthood. So when she turned 21, it was time for a great celebration in her family and amongst her friends, and they made the best celebration they could despite the war.
Why is this collection important, and why do we have it at Te Papa?
Because this is all about how people in New Zealand still lived their lives and had their rites of passage even during wartime when things were heavily restricted. So people still celebrated their lives even in times of despair or hardship.
Although it changes through time, the 21st is one tradition people seem pretty keen to hang on to. Any excuse for a party